Good morning, church. Good morning. I get to be the one that introduces our exciting information that we're going to share from Synod this morning. And I'm doing it with credit to Jen Ringgold. She was the trip coordinator and leader. She's the one that organized all of us and kept us all on track, and she was just amazing. She is the Michigan Conference Associate of Youth Ministries for the whole state of Michigan, and she's also the Director of Educational Ministries at UCC Midland. She planned and organized our trip. She's the one who wrote this awesome summary, and I'm going to paraphrase it this morning. So she sent this out to families and faith leaders and the youth that participated in Synod. Our time at Youth Synod was a very powerful experience, and then in my words, it was also amazing. It was a whirlwind, and it was great. It was truly wonderful to be there with the kids. So these are Jen's words. In my time in youth, first as an adult, we are all still processing this trip, so we know that the youth are as well. In my time in youth ministry, prior to the last 5 days, I have not ever witnessed the formation of such a deep bond and soul connection among youth. They shared deeply with each other in the safe space we created. Many of them shared personal hurts because they felt loved, supported, and cared for. Lessons learned through sharing is what collectively motivated this group of youth to organize and to speak up in advocacy. We are all proud of all 20 of the Michigan youth. They were very brave and spoke their truth. What they collectively shared reached the highest levels of our national church. Their voices and their presence at Synod caused thoughtful reflection among many and changed hearts and minds. They are the embodiment of the message, your voice matters. Throughout our time at Synod, there were tremendous supports in place from local church pastors, the conference minister, chaperones, and mental health care providers from the national UCC offices. They also did an incredible job of self-advocating as well as supporting each other. That is the youth. The debate of the resolution about exhibit space was also only a portion of the trip. That's the resolution that Committee 8 worked on, and 2 of our Michigan youth delegates spoke on that on the fundraiser floor, which was truly amazing, in front of 3,000 people, no less. They had the opportunity to also participate in a protest march against ICE in Milwaukee if they wanted to. 10 of our youth chose to, and 10 chose not to. They all visited the soon-to-reopen Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee that shares the legacy of James Cameron and tells the history of racism in the United States. They, and we all, heard a powerful keynote presentation about poverty and eviction from author and professor Matthew Desmond. I bought his book. It's called Evicted, so if any of you would like to read it, I would be willing to share it. They also learned about Pathfinders, an organization that helps homeless teens in Milwaukee, and we watched a video by a youth. He created like a little mini movie for them about Pathfinders, which was really cool, a documentary. We worshiped with the Reverend Tracy Blackman. We had a fun and hilarious dance party, and the funniest thing of all is that probably 70% of our youth were adamant against even participating in this dance party, and they were not going to dance. They were all going to sit down and do other things, and everyone ended up dancing. Everyone ended up dancing. You'll see a sneak peek of that later. We walked and ran many miles together. We, as in they, the youth ran, I walked. We ate burgers, pizza, and some vegetables, packed our own lunches. The youth managed themselves and their belongings and drank copious amounts of Starbucks via Michael. We are also grateful for the time shared with these incredible teenagers. It was an honor to be present with them all for this transformative trip, and it was all of our privilege to see the light of God's love in these youth and to witness them shine, truly, truly shine. So,
thank you, Christy. Leslie Congregational United Church of Christ, the little child shall lead us. We've invited Helena Singer. Sorry. Yeah, cool. Into this space to help us worship this morning. So thank you for coming to share.
A reading from Psalm 16. Protect me, O God, for in you I take refuge. I say to the Lord, you are my Lord. I take no good apart from you. As for the holy ones in the land, they are the noble, in whom is all my delight. Those who choose another God multiply their sorrows. Their drink offerings of blood I will not pour out, or take their names upon my lips. The Lord is my chosen portion and my cup. You hold my lot. The boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. I have a good heritage. I bless the Lord who gives me counsel. In the night also my heart is just. I keep the Lord always before me, because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my soul rejoices. My body also rests secure, for you do not give me up to shame, or let your faithful one see the pit. You show me that path of light in your presence. There is fullness of joy. In your light hand me pleasures forevermore. Okay. Good morning. My name is Helena Singer. I'm from Flint. And yes, the water is doing just fine. Speaking of water, this is how a ripple turns into a wave. Metaphorically speaking, of course. We were at Synod with some free time on our hands, and it all started off with exhibit hall bingo. For those of you that have never been to Synod, the exhibit hall is a huge space for different churches, Christian colleges, books, and jewelry makers to display their things. We went around asking these different displays certain questions about the display in order to fill out our bingo sheet and win a prize. Let's say we never won that prize. Instead, we found our group surrounding a certain booth, and this group went against some of UCC beliefs. And instead of standing there, we came back at them with questions, and people around watched in awe. Us as youth, all from the same state, standing up for ourselves was a shock, and became news spreading from person to person, and soon getting all the way to the highest people of the UCC. And before long, it circled back to the machine.
Thank you for sharing. Both at Synod and here this morning. If you will join me in the call to worship. In this season of healing, we gather in love and support.
Come this morning, and the Holy Spirit guide us, help us, and sustain us.
In community, we find strength, friendship, fellowship, love, and care.
We open our hearts, welcoming the presence of the one who loves each of us by name, and call us to this place of giving thanks.
God was present yesterday.
God is present today.
God is present in the days to come.
Let us now raise our voices in song, prayer, and gratitude.
And may the peace of God be with you all.
May the peace of God be with you also.
What's up, church? General Synod in Milwaukee was a very enriching and eye-opening experience. We saw true diversity, shared deep, heartfelt stories, witnessed powerful preachers, and thought and justice. Of all the things I witnessed and learned, the most important one to me was how much weight our voices can carry. At Synod, there was a proposed resolution to remove an organization that spread anti-LGBTQ+ messages from the exhibit hall. because of this resolution from the Mission Conference of the UCC, felt it was wrong to allow this organization to continue advertising a message that directly defied the values of the open and affirming United Church of Christ denomination. After expressing our disagreement with the organization, the Michigan youth saw that the resolution was important to the mission of our church. We decided to turn our frustration against what we felt was a bigoted message of the group into action. We then stayed up late into the night writing what we were going to say to the church. A little backstory to this resolution. The committee that revised the resolution implored the people to vote against it instead of during the time abstaining from the search. So yeah, there's a lot of force against us and the resolution. Standing in front of the church was very nerve-wracking, and I wasn't even speaking. There was a spotlight directly on us, and we could see ourselves on all the screens around us. It was a very powerful moment because we had a whole group surrounding our speakers. After we spoke, there was some debate, but it had to be delayed until the next day. While leaving the hall, many people came up and spoke to us. They told us that we totally changed the vote and thanked us for our powerful message. The next day, a motion was moved to have the resolution tabled and request that the board of directors draft a behavioral covenant to create a safe space for all minority groups at Synod. This motion passed with a majority vote. All in all, our voice totally changed the trajectory of Synod 32. Not only did we alter the outcome of the resolution, but we were known by almost everyone for our aggressive positivity. I just want everyone to know that their voice matters and they can fight injustice and change people's lives. Thank you.
And Grace will bring the microphone around, and it's time to share our joys, our concerns.
Okay. First of all, concern. Tom Dumble passed away yesterday from a heart attack. He has 3 grown children. He's just a couple of years older than I am. But his family has been in the Leslie community forever. Grew up just around the corner from us, spent the summers at our house. So prayers for his family. And then I am so proud of our youth. I just think it is so cool that they got to have this experience, and so proud of our church for supporting them in this experience. It's just amazing.
When you think we're such a little church and can have representation of youth in the national level, it's amazing.
I just want to say welcome back to David Grimshaw after his amazing trip. We're so glad he's here.
I have a couple joys. Amy and Mandy celebrated their 28th anniversary yesterday. And Rachel has her birthday today. She's 19. And I'm not getting older.
No, we work in reverse.
I started at 39, I stopped. I have a couple of concerns. First, Peggy has to do a different treatment. Her cancer has changed, I guess is the word I'm going to use. And so they're trying to find a different treatment for that. And then also, a very close family friend of ours was in a terrible motorcycle accident last Sunday, and is going to some a brain therapy, or for some brain therapy. They're really hopeful that his injury is just a very severe concussion, and that they can treat that with the therapy. So just prayers for healing and for strength for the family.
First of all, thanks to all of you for supporting us and going to Synod. We couldn't have done it without you. And secondly, Travel Mercies for the Joys. They're on their way to Wyoming for a family vacation. via South Dakota. Their stop tonight is South Dakota. They're hoping to make that. So travel overseas. And Bella was with us on the trip.
Anyone else? Let us bow our heads and be in a moment of prayer. Great and gracious God, the loving God of all time and all place, the caring God of every moment in our lives, and the strengthening God when those times become tough in our lives. We thank you for this place to come and gather as community, to lift one another up, to listen to each other's pains and sorrows, but also to smile with each other in those joyful moments of our lives. We thank you for the youth that were able to go and speak profoundly, speak clearly, and speak with strength, and share the truth in their stories. We thank you for the return of David and his safe travels back to us. We ask that you be with the ones that have been lifted up in prayer this morning, that are facing illness, that are facing cancer, that are facing injuries. We ask that your hands of strength and caring be on them and on the people that are taking care of them. We thank you for this person of Jesus Christ who calls us, who teaches us the way of you, who teaches us the way of your love and the path of your love. We ask all of these things and say thank you for all of these things with Jesus Christ on our hearts and in our minds. Amen. And now you share in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
good morning, church.
Good morning.
Man, there were a lot of things that impacted me as a senior. One big thing that stuck out to me was the love I felt there. There was so much love. Obviously, we didn't start out super close and loving. We started out only talking to our separate youth groups. It was like that for a while, fun slowly being made and love slowly being shared. Then it all changed. In the blink of an eye, we were laughing and hugging and sharing tons of love. Just kidding. It took 3 hours of the whole group sitting in a circle and sharing their own personal stories for that to happen. 3 hours. Even tough guy and Pastor Mike took up a little bit, I think. That was it. That is what started a never-ending fountain of love. We like to spread what we call aggressive positivity while walking places. That pretty much meant that everyone got a high five, and we screamed, "We love you," at random people. We also had a never-ending supply of hugs. Everyone got hugs. Random people that worked in Synod got hugs. Us youth got hugs. Even Pastor Mike got a couple of hugs. Holy cow, there were a lot of hugs. That's not the only love I felt, though. We also felt it from the Michigan delegates, our chaperones, and almost every person there. There was so much love. So much love. So much that we were all filled up with love. Speaking of filled up with love, here's our next hymn. Izzy, fill us up with love.
So Mr. Mike wanted us each to share with the church the most impactful part of Synod for us. The most impactful thing about Synod for me was the people I had there. As you can imagine, there were a lot of people at Synod, and everyone was so friendly. Every person you would pass would smile, say hi, or give you a high five, and it reminded me a lot of being here at church with all of you. I was able to meet all kinds of people from across the country and hear all of their stories. By interacting with everyone, I was able to gain a better understanding of what the UCC is about and how we can change this world for the better. Thank you.
Now, if you join me in the opening prayer for the prayer for people. God, you call us to go where Christ leads.
Turn us from the ways of the world. Guide us to the fullness of joy and spirit, where bodies and souls rest secure. And grant us strength to follow the way of the cross, which leads us to love one another for the sake of all creation. Amen.
Our gospel reading comes to us from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verses 51 through 62. When the days drew near for him to be taken up, he set his face to go to Jerusalem, and he sent messengers ahead of him. On the way, they entered the village of the Samaritans to make ready for him, but they did not receive him because his face was set towards Jerusalem. When his disciples James and John saw it, they said, Lord, do you want us to command fire to come down from heaven and consume them? But he turned and rebuked them. Then they went on to another village. As they were going along the road, someone said to him, I will follow you wherever you go. And Jesus said to him, Foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. To another he said, Follow me. But he said, Lord, first let me go and bury my father. But Jesus said to him, Let the dead bury their own dead, but as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom of God. Another said, I will follow you, Lord, but let me first say farewell to those in my home. Jesus said to him, No one who puts a hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God. And now the children come forward for the children and young adult sermon. For presented by Grant Webb. So,
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Grant. So those of you that don't know, we went to the big church meeting last weekend. It was huge. And one thing that I want to bring back to the church was this. Now it says, boycott Wendy's. So who likes to go to Wendy's? I love going to Wendy's. I love Wendy's too. Well, the church wants us to boycott Wendy's. Does anybody know what boycott means? Grayson, what is boycott?
Stand against Wendy's because, stand against them because they're doing something against our church.
Yeah, it's like to stop going to like a place or stop using a service that you don't agree with, right? So to change something about it. Well, the UCC has decided to boycott Wendy's. Well, why? Like, why would you want to boycott Wendy's? They have like Frosties and stuff. Well, Wendy's uses tomatoes a lot. They use them in salads. They use them on hamburgers. They're all over the place, right? Well, how do they get to the tomatoes? Someone's got to go out and pick tomatoes all day in the hot sun so that Wendy's has enough tomatoes for the restaurant. No, not just someone. A lot of people. Imagine working in the hot sun all day, picking tomatoes, right? Now that's not very fun. I know myself that weeding in the church garden for an hour is bad enough. So you do all that work, and I'm gonna be a helper here, so I'm gonna be a helper. And everyone one penny because they all worked in the hot sun for a day. We all got tomatoes. Everybody gets a penny for getting these tomatoes for Wendy's, right? So you got a penny for working a day. Now, how are you supposed to go home and buy food? Can you think of anything that you can buy that costs a penny? That's maybe a gumball at the barbershop.
You can ride on the pony at Myers.
Ride on the pony at Myers. How are you supposed to go home and feed your family, buy a house, clothe your children with just one penny? So that's not very fair for the people working, right? So the church noticed this and they're like, we want change. We don't like this. These people aren't getting paid enough money. So they decided to boycott big companies like Burger King, Walmart, Kroger, McDonald's, Wendy's. And we asked them one thing. Can you pay the workers one more time? Just one more time, please. All we want is one more. That's all we're asking for. And we boycotted them until they gave it. Well, Walmart, Kroger, Burger King, McDonald's, all of them decided yes. We will give one more penny. Besides Wendy's. Everyone's giving another penny besides Wendy's. Now, here's all the other companies. I'm not paying that money. So imagine that you just got another penny, right? That's more than you had before. So now it's going to make it easier to buy food for yourself, save up to buy a home, clothe your children. So it's not much, but it makes a big difference to every worker out there. And that's all we're asking for, is just their food in their life, just a little bit. We just want to help them out a little bit, so they can feel the love of our church, guys. So, now don't worry, I'll let you guys know if Wendy's changed their mind, and they decide to give one more penny, so that you all can go back to Wendy's and start eating food. Okay? So let's pray. Dear God, thank you for all the children in our church and letting them sit up here and just listening to you talk. Thanks for having our voice matter and letting us take a stand against Wendy's until they pay the workers that actually pay. Thank you for the other companies that have decided to pay the workers more, for we know how much it means to them, and they know how much it means too. Let us go out this week and share your love and be with us through everything we do. tell you things children like to do in the summer. In your name we pray. Amen. Yeah, you're going to keep us. I have buttons and I have these cards. If anybody wants to learn more about what kind of like this.
So it's kind of just a frazzle bulletin for today. So the kids could just stay in here until after the hymn. There's a video after the hymn, and then you can go back.
Yeah.
Does that sound all right? So we don't want to read this. No, Dave's not going to. Well, you can ask him. I don't. wanted you to get up and talk while you're trying to figure that out. I didn't need to, Jim. We started the conversation.
I have joy too. A little bit of joy. It's joy. On Monday, somebody celebrated a birthday. Santa. So everybody sing happy birthday to Santa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Santa. Happy birthday to you.
So what we can do is, this is only about 5 minutes. So what we can do is, I'm sorry, I'm like the guy that's like, I need to figure this out now. But what we can do maybe is I can just do the sermon, what I'm going to do, and then we can just play this after the service right before the. Sorry, it's only 5 minutes, it's not 10 minutes, so we'll just, right? Full right.
Is it okay? Okay, your boss says it's okay.
All right, the kids can go down.
Thanks,
You
Jim.
can
Appreciate
go.
you.
I'll take the little one back.
That's fine.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, sorry.
Wait, we got it.
See, 10 more seconds. Is it working? Right, awesome. It doesn't appear that you can get it. Pause. This deer showed up Friday morning before we left. Still there.
There we go. Where you going? Yeah, we can. Yeah.
Or you don't have to.
Well,
But I might be a little bit boring.
we're gonna go play. Get your shoes, because we might go outside. I got my shoes.
Well, Jim, we've got 2 minutes. We have offertory, prayer, benediction, post and my sermon. 1 minute. In our scripture reading this morning, we find Jesus Christ is trying to bring people together to go to Jerusalem, don't we? And he has this band of people that are following him. In this Gospel of Luke, it doesn't say that he was by himself. It doesn't say that it was 5 or 10. So we can take it that there was a crowd of people following Jesus Christ around, and 2 of them actually approached him and said something, right? And so what we have is we have these people in this town, the Samaritans, who don't necessarily want to go to Jerusalem with Jesus. And his disciples come back and they go to Samaria in this town and they try to prepare this town, but this town says, no, we don't want any of that because he's going to Jerusalem and we don't want to have anything to do with that. And they come back and say, do you want us to bring down fire upon this town and be done with it? And Jesus Christ rebukes them. That's sort of like saying, do you want us to live with hate in our heart? Right? That's sort of what that's saying. And Jesus Christ says, no, seriously, guys. Can we understand what we're talking about here? We're talking about the kingdom of God. We're talking about the kingdom of love and compassion and care. We're not talking about vengeance. So no, you cannot go do that to that town. Put your shoes on and let's get going. So he's ready to go to Jerusalem. He's ready to go to that place where you end up with Jesus Christ tearing down the empire of power and greed, and that is his destiny that he knows, and he is ready to go there, and he is ready to take as many people with him as he can. But some aren't ready. Some are there with Jesus, ready to go, standing out in front of him, hand in hand, ready to go all the way to Jerusalem and follow him. But some people have a little bit of trepidation, like, well, I don't know. In some of the readings of these, when you do this research, some people say that the person that said, well, I need to go bury my dead, well, we're not sure if they wanted to bury their dead. It seemed like an excuse or procrastination, and Jesus says, no, we got to go now. But some people just aren't ready to take that giant move to go all the way to Jerusalem with Jesus Christ, are they? They kind of want to wait. They're just not sure. And Jesus Christ is trying to keep this band of people together. Does that make sense? Some of us want to go off way out front. Some of us can run 1.5 miles in about 2.5 minutes. And they're way out in front, ready to go. Let's get this done. Let's go. Stop dilly-dallying around. Let's go. We're packed. Everything is ready to go. We need to get going on this. And some people are just sort of just not sure. Does that sound familiar? Trying to get a community of people together. And some people are ready to go right now. There's no waiting. There's no need to run through all of these committees and all through these processes that we need to do. There's no need for that. So let's just go. There's some people a little bit slower than me. Some people haven't healed from past wounds, and they're not ready to go and be vulnerable again. Some people are behind pushing people out. I don't want to be out front. I want to be behind pushing people out. And in this season of healing, with this congregation that we are about to step into, which sort of, I don't mean to name the whole year, but that's sort of like the way that I sort of see this coming time, is a season of spiritual healing and holding spiritual space so everyone can heal in their spirit, can heal in their mind, can heal in their soul, so that we can all be ready to go. So that we can all be together as church. So that we can all come together, healed, ready to go. And oh boy, look out, because here we come. Here comes Leslie Congregational United Church of Christ to share God's love and God's compassion and care and strength and wisdom with a world that, oh boy, is in need of that message. And that's what I witnessed at Synod. I witnessed us trying to pack everything together, get everybody on the same train, get us to Chicago, get us off of that train, get us on another train, to go to Milwaukee, and we were all together. But not really. These are communities that had come from different places in their lives, and different communities in their lives. They might not have ever talked to each other or interacted with each other, let alone expand this worldview into this giant worldview in Milwaukee of 3,000 people, and gathered together with 20 of these young adults. And I saw that. I saw some not ready, but I saw some step up. And then when they did come together, I wish I would have given this sermon at Milwaukee General Synod and said, look out, here come the youth and young adults from Michigan, because they blew it up. Like I never thought I would see. They held court, they spoke with strength, they spoke with love, and they came together as a community and said, look out. And they stood in that General Synod and supported each other, and stepped up to that microphone and said, no, we don't agree with this as a unit and as a community. And that sort of felt like what Jesus Christ was trying to do. No, you can't blow up a town just because you don't like them. We're not talking about walking around with hate and vengeance in our hearts for the rest of our lives. We're talking about God's kingdom of love. It may feel in this situation like we're ready to jump on that street, put out our running shoes and our sprinting shoes and just go. And let everybody else catch up. I'm sorry, but I'm going and you can't come because I'm too fast. You got to keep up. No. This is our time and our season of healing. To come together as a community. To come together and understand that African proverb. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with much more. Right? So that's our season of healing that we're in right now. But oh boy, look out. There is love in this church. There is spirit in this church. There is strength in this church. There's joy in this church. There is community in this church. sermon that I follow says that because of the enormity of time and God, we are just beginning to scratch the surface of Christianity. Oh, look out. We're at the very beginning of something brand new. If we can understand that our message, that God's love doesn't die, is our collective message in this church, with other churches, with all churches. Imagine what can be solved. And I think there's a world in need of that message. Which means that we, you, us, we have something to say in this world. Oh boy. When we're ready, look out. Amen. Will the ushers come forward for this morning's offering? Because there's lament, and there's sadness, and there's grief, and there's sorrow. We've been advised. And someone praying. And for me, if someone is praying, guess what? That means someone's listening. And he puts his hands together, and they rise up. Look out now. Here we come. Prayer for our fallen brothers and sisters.
There's a blood red circle, a cold dark brown, and the rain is falling down. Church does groan, I can hear the organ song, but the congregation's gone. My city of ruin, my city of ruin. Now the sweet bells of mercy drift through the evening trees. Young men on the corner like scared leaves. A boarded up window, the empty street. My brother's down on his knees. My city of ruin, my city of ruin. Come on, rise up. 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 Come on, rise. Now there's tears on the pillow, darling, where we slept. You took my heart when you left. Without your sweet kiss, my soul has lost my grip. Tell me how do I begin again? My city's in ruin. My city's in ruin. Now with these hands, with these hands, with these hands, with these hands, I pray, Lord, with these hands, with these hands, I pray for the strength, Lord, with these hands, with these hands, I pray for the faith, Lord, with these